Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. It is me. How you all doing today? Welcome on in, everybody. How you doing, Samsara? Hello, Shadowhawk. What's up, Douche Lord? Good to see you again, Angel. How you doing, Code Jade? Welcome back, Cardi. Hello, Dalen. Lion. Hello, you beautiful person to you too. Yes. Good to see you again, too, Andromeda. How you doing today? What's up, Dean Noir? Crolius, thank you very much for the 9 months Prime. Super appreciate you. Hey, Vasilis, how you doing today? What's up, everybody? Good to see you again, Manuel. Ash retouch. I think Ash is just getting his fourth ability a little bit improved, is what they were saying on the dev stream. But I don't think anything else is happening for him there. Hey, Phil. And Hame, how you doing? Bonsai, how you doing? Thanks for the 3-stream streak. Ooh, give the boy a treat. Okay. Let me go give the boy a treat. Drum Mill, how you doing today? Welcome on in. 1 month, yes. Hope the blade storms are instant. I don't think they will be because they have the finisher attack animation. So it's not gonna be instant. But from the sounds like it'll be an improvement. But of course, that'll be coming with Jade Shadow's Constellations, I believe, is when they said that would be. Hey, Peanuts, good to see you. It's yelling and screaming. Couldn't think of what else is happening. Oh, no. Remember correctly, they're just giving him back his nice finisher animation when he joins with his 3? Yeah, I think that's the case. Caught Project Hail Mary, Absolute Cinema. Ooh, I do love Project Hail Mary. It is very, very good. Excite. Alrighty, who wants to join us for our dailies? We got room for 2 because I don't see an echo online. We're just gonna do our Steel Meridian dailies here first, as per usual. You got the boomstick? It's fun? What boomstick where? What you talking about there? I can't wait for the Nidus rework, man. Whew. Oh, the Kuva Czar. Guess we finally unlocked EDA. Congratulations. You sent a friendly request, a clan invite. I assume this is you? Here you are. I have sent you your clan invite. Boo. Project Hail Mary? Oh no, it was fantastic. It's certainly the best movie I've seen in a long time. I really loved it. It was really, really cool because they did like a lot of the hard science properly in that series. There's this really good YouTuber who is an astrophysics professor, PhD at Oxford. Dr. Becky is her name. And she did interviews with the directors, the author, and Ryan Gosling himself as well. And so she was obviously much more interested in like the science behind everything because she's an astrophysicist. That's her job. But yeah, no, like all the science in that is actually apparently quite actually realistic. Other than like the astrophage thing is like the only part where like the science gets a little bit funky. But like everything else apparently is actually quite makes sense, which is kind of cool. Hey Tazzy, how you doing today? Cheese Wizard, good to see you. Okay, we got room for 2. We're just gonna go do Steel Meridian dailies. If anybody wants to join, come on down. I see a defense mission. You're just a small baby Tano. We love baby Tano. Oops. You're on Nova? Perfect. I don't have to play Nova then. Perfect. Okay, last call for Steel Meridian dailies. If anybody wants to join us. Otherwise, we'll just go to 2 here. Do I have a salsa build on my YouTube? No, actually, I still don't have that done yet. You got a cool vote yesterday. Ooh, very nice. Peanuts, you want to join? Yeah, come on down. This will probably be the last day that we're doing Steel Meridian. Because we will be... Peanuts, it says that you're offline. Let me know when you're online. Playlist that shows every build you have. I mean, just on my YouTube channel. I do have, like, playlists with, like, Warframe builds versus weapon builds on there. But I don't remember if I've gotten everything into those playlists. But they're on the channel. Maddie. Which you can... check there. Yeah, I mean, Phil, it kind of sounds like your experience was ruined not by the movie, but by idiots being in the theater. kind of sounds like that's an unfortunate thing that happened to you there. But no, I love the movie. I thought it was fantastic. I'm really, really hyped for that. Really, really, really hyped for it. I want to see like a director's cut. Like that's a movie I would love to see a director's cut for. Nuts, we nuts. Okay. Took the Zard level cap. Same can't be said for your sight though. Yeah, you just got to play a little bit careful with sight and level cap, which like most people aren't really wanting to do, but sight can certainly do it. I've seen a lot of people take sight to level cap, especially with the Sobek mainly more than the Zar, but the Zar tech works very well there too. Teacher feels far better when it's meant to be places, like a little more challenging. Yeah. Varun apparently got a buff. Yes, she did. I covered that in today's short, actually. In the pinned comment for you there to see. You want press button, everything died. Have you built for that? Yeah, the Jade build that I just put out a few days ago. I don't have it in the bot commands yet. The Jade build that I just put out a few days ago, Hildrin, my Nesha build, Sevagoth, all those frames will do the big kabooming. There you are, Peanuts. Okay, last call for Steel Meridian dailies. Yeah, a lot of people said that they had bad luck with getting Varuna. Luckily enough, it wasn't that bad for me. It wasn't great, but it was not that bad. I got over the Sobek and overuse it and want to try something different. That's fine. I feel you. I feel you. It's always good to get like a little bit of variety in what you're doing, right? You finally got the blueprint. Congratulations. Next on your list is the Kuvatonkor. Ooh, the Kuvatonkor is very fun. Base Varuna is more time consuming. I think that base Varuna is a very good passive farm because you just kind of do relic missions on the Omnia survival, which is also her farm, and then you're getting, you know, Omnia fissure mission and Varuna at the same time. Then also if you're on Steel Path and you're getting Steel Essences and all that jazz. So she's a good passive farm that you just kind of like slowly get over time versus something that you target farm. But there's also the other nice thing about her farm is that it does have a pity system as well with Yonta, so it makes it much quicker. You keep fangirling over Warframe's music? I know, same here. I loved the trailer. Can we? Unfortunately, no findings in the trailer. No, I don't know if there's anything hidden in the trailer, but we tried our damnedest. We tried our damnedest. There doesn't seem to be anything there. Hands down painting pictures as pencil slop. Oh no. How do you get Varuna Prime relics? I've got a short on the channel for how to get Varuna Prime relics. Give me one hot second here. Varuna. Here you go. Here's the Varuna Prime relic short for you there. Loki's still very good without damage decoy. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. Is clip delegation worth it putting on the Kuva Sobek? I put it on every single Sobek build, yeah. The extra multi-shot and the extra status chance can be really, really nice. Do you know what mission Jade's parts drop from, I assume is what you mean? That would be Brutus, the Ascension mission on Uranus. Also, you can potentially wait until next Monday, because next Monday is when Operation Belly of the Beast returns, which is also is a mission that takes place on Brutus, so that you can farm Jade and also farm the event at the same time. So if you want to like save yourself a little bit of future time, that might be an option for you, because Belly of the Beast will be coming back in just a few days. And then you'll be able to, I think you can get like, I think they said that they're bringing back the Eidolon Arcanes in that run. And then also all of the cosmetics that were available during the Stalker themed Nightwave, as well as Unseen Hate and Unseen Dread and Burning Hate augments. You'll also be able to get from there. Energized 20 platinum incoming? Hell yeah. Crash that market, Entradi. Do it. Ruin it all. And new cosmetics? Yeah, I think there's also new cosmetics on top of that, I believe. But I'm not 100% certain on that. Crash the Burning Hate market as well. Yep, and Unseen Dread market too. All of those are getting devalued. Looks like you'll have a busy week. That sounds like a good time to me. We'll, of course, be farming Brutus. We'll be farming the event together as well. Although this is an event that's been around a few times over the past 2 years since Jade came out. So we might not be... we might not be doing a whole lot of the farm. Another operation hasn't even been a few months. I think that, well, I mean, literally, it's going to be about 4 days between operations, right? Because this operation's ending on the 30th at Romantum is finishing on the 30th, and then Operation Belly of the Beast starts on the 4th. So it's literally going to be... Bop, bop. Crazy lurker, how dare you? You enjoy your lurking. I love my lurkers. Just remember, if anyone shows up accusing me of viewbotting, it is your job and responsibility to show up and scream, no! Yeah, and I think the real reason why they brought back Operation Belly of the Beast is, of course, because Jade Shadows Constellations is coming, and this is to encourage people to finish up to Jade Shadows so that they can do Jade Shadows Constellations going forward, and also farm Jade, and also, like, it's a good lead-up event to do for Operation Belly of the Beast, or for the new cinematic quest that's coming in June, which I am currently guessing will be June the 10th. But I have actually no evidence of that. It is merely a guess. And if I did have evidence for it, read the sign. It's always fun when I get to, like, guess when something's coming, because it's just sort of like, yep, it's going to be on a Wednesday. So I'm guessing it's going to be the 10th, because then that gives them time to hotfix and then time to stop doing hotfixes before TennoCon hits. Everyone can guilt trip Orion and Cyrus by cosplaying their mom. True. Oh. I'm doing well today, Awari. How you doing today? Hey, Redacted. How are you doing? Welcome on back. You missed the sign. What did it say? It says, "Hey Google, what's an NDA?" Which is the joke that I always say whenever someone asks me a question, and I don't know, and then I say, if I don't, and even if I did know, read the sign. Hope to be special interaction with Jade. Yeah, I wonder if there's going to be special interactions with Jade and Stalker too, like with how Jade Jade and Stalker interaction. Dad Stalker? Yeah, I think he's a Warframe creator. I think that person's actually an official Warframe creator, if I remember correctly. Am I going to this year's TennoCon? Yep, already got all of my everything booked. I'll be there Thursday through Sunday. Yo, Amp, how you doing? What's up? If we got a mod around, can we get a shout out for Amp, please? Didn't ascent, one peak run, and the harder badges. I don't know what any of that means. I'm sorry. Doing well, your friend? Enjoying the Varuna changes? Yeah, it's kind of nice that they did that. Because it was always just kind of annoying to have to run Shader Heroes if you wanted to take advantage of Crepuscular. And now that we don't have to do that, woo! Got his route all set up to avoid Reb already? Oh, you know it. Yeah, no, I'm hiding from Reb. I gotta hide from Reb. While playing as Jade, does she stop Stalker from spawning as acolytes? No. So if you are playing Jade and the Stalker comes into your mission, Stalker will automatically be defeated and will drop his loot without having to fight him. First Warframe, you're slapping the Mesa Signet on? I mean, it's a cowboy hat, so like, there's so many things. There's so many things. That's only the Protector Stalker, though. I think it happens to all Stalkers, but I could be wrong on that amp. I mean, to be fair, I don't play Jade enough to really see the differences, nor do I get invaded by the Stalker enough to be able to actually fully see the differences. So I'm not 100% certain on that. Is playing Jade a good war blueprint farm method? I mean, technically speaking. Do we have all 8 or am I losing my mind? No, we have all 8. Okay, I'm losing my mind. You ready for the new 5-year hunt for hate? Oh no. Over here, Peanuts. Over here. Over here. Oh, Cardi had it. Never mind. Okay, gotta run a quick ad break here, but you know the deal. We gotta run ads every once in a while so that new people don't get pre-roll ads. See you in a second. LR5 pushback, 5 months, 5 months, 6 days. Yep. You're heading back to the shadows? No worries, Iron. Hope everything's going well for you. Jade makes all Stalkers drop his stuff? Okay, I didn't know if it was all Stalkers or if it was just the Protector Stalkers. That's good to know. Stock up those ducats for DenoCon, Daro. Get those beacons. Oh my gosh, I have so many ducats saved up, Amp. I'm gonna buy a year's worth of boosters this year. I'm gonna do the booster resupply. Auto makes him Protector Stalker if there is a Jade. Oh, okay, I didn't know if that was the case or not. Like I said, I don't play enough Jade to, like, well, I don't play enough Jade for me to run into the Stalker very often. Because I also don't really do anything with the Stalker, right? Like, I don't fight bosses. I don't do assassinations all that much. Hey, Mako, how you doing? If we got a mod around, can we get a shout out for Mako, please? Why is he so handsome? You know, people always say that, and I just, like, have no idea what they're talking about. But I'm glad you think so. How you doing, Lai? Speaking of Jade, can you get some feedback for Build for Glory? Yes, I don't know over. I'll take a look at it when I get the chance. Taking a leave, watching anime, pirate websites since y'all can't gatekeep. Hey, no worries. Go enjoy your anime. Have yourself a wonderful time. We'll catch you later. That music's a bit loud. Let's turn that down. Thank you, May. On average, with an okay Varuna, around her 4, no shard deal. Yeah, no, her shards, her build got better with that update. That little hotfix yesterday. She's much more enjoyable. Not like she was bad before, she certainly wasn't, but now it's just a little bit easier to run around. You really curious on how to build Glory? If you watch my Jade short from yesterday, or not yesterday, a few days back. Where is it? Here we go. If you watch this, that's a Glory build focusing on the alt fire explosions there for you. 2 mobile defenses, what the hell? Should you go viral acceleration or prime stride on Czar? Probably neither. Wait, are you playing for the shotgun mode? Or are you playing for the cannonball mode? I'd say probably neither. Hey, Dark Knight, how you doing? Yeah, the Jade, the constellation reveal was hilariously timed. Hilariously timed. A Lato Vandal? Yeah. Yes? Yes? No, I don't have a Lado Vandal, apparently. Why is my lights freaking out? Yo, Penguin, how you doing? Hey, Commander Knight, good to see you again. Where's the downstairs? There we are. There we go. There's one there. And one over here. Andromeda, I just gave him a treat, so I'm going to give him your treat when I give him his dinner, if that's okay with you. I don't like to give him too many treats all at once, or else he starts getting weird about it. But I will make sure that he gets his treat. Do not fret. 5 more minutes, streamer man? No. Back to the grind you go. Perfect. Thanks, Andromeda. Appreciate you. And thank you for getting the boys treatums. Just got Lado Vandal on the Lado Incarnate last week. Ooh, nice. Very good. Oh, nothing up here. Someone help me with the door. No Harmony build? No, I've never really just gotten around to doing the Harmony. Or any of Jade's weapons, but I think next week I'll be getting builds for all of those. With the release of re-release of the event. So I think I'll probably get all of those done later. Hate's better Harmony? I mean, the Harmony is, like, statistically speaking, probably the highest damage weapon in the game right now. With its heavy attack shenanigans. It's pretty bonkers, actually. So glad new tile sets included friendship doors. We love friendship doors. We love friendship doors. 20 stream streak, Commander Knight. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Welcome on in. Okay, let me go back this way in case there's anything this way. Hey, Underdoe, how you doing? You've been playing a lot of the hit MMORPG. Did you hear that they're including into the free trial the Shadowbringers expansion with the next thing? You have to try. Oh, I know that the Harmony goes incredibly well with Varuna because of the status stuff, and then the heavy attack explosions, and then spreading the status effects to enemies nearby. It's a crazy weapon for her. It's a good one. I tend to prefer light attack builds though, so I've never really been into heavy attack builds. So really excited for the knockdown rework. Well, technically speaking, it's not a knockdown rework, it's a knockdown unification, so that it's one type of knockdown in the game, so it makes it more consistent. Which also will make it easier for people to work around knockdowns and hopefully have less of a for like people like me, less of a feeling of needing Prime Sure-Footed. But I'll probably still end up using Prime Sure-Footed because for me it's much more about the sort of ease of use, not having to worry about it type of thing, more than anything else. Went up a Nidus build. Ooh, Icicle. Can't wait to see you. Don't forget, Nidus is going to be changing a little bit next patch. A little bit next patch. Condition overload, killing blow, plus primer equals dead enemies. Yep. Yep. You don't even need a primer, honestly, for Harmony. The Harmony does not need a primer. Many streamed. 120. Holy smokes. 3 months, May? That's wild, actually. 3 months of streams. Only prefer light attack builds if you're on a melee frame, otherwise your melee sits in the pocket with some utility buff. Yeah, that's precisely the thing for me too. Pablo, you don't know how this works, but the Hound is giving you Overguard when you have Fortifier equipped and you don't use the weapon, but it doesn't look like it works with other companions. How does that work? Does your weapon... So that's interesting. That seems like something new. Secondary Fortifier can get activated by a few different weird things. So the For instance, Elemental Ward, when set to cold, will reflect damage back at enemies, and if they have Overguard and you got Secondary Fortifier on your pistol, even if you're not using your pistol, it will activate Secondary Fortifier with those reflected shots. So it could just be some coding shenanigans in there causing that to happen. It's not unheard of specifically with Secondary Fortifier. So it could just be something like that. But yes, Fortifier is really strange with really strange with various interactions. It's a bit of an odd arcane. All right, GG peeps. Heat Inherent, yeah, it could also be Heat Inherent as well. So if you apply a heat effect with your secondary, so this is how Protea can use it, is if you apply a heat effect with your secondary, your turrets, heat damage / heat status effects. If you applied a heat effect with your with your secondary before using her turrets, she'll generate Overguard with her turrets. So it could be something like that as well. Hounds can activate Fortifier for reasons. Yeah, it's a little bit odd. The hounds are super weird. Revan, what you got? Burstin. Scope Serration, crit damage, crit chance multi-shot, prime cryo, hammer shot, gilded truth, deadhead. So what, you're running viral heat for the incarnate, deadhead. Yeah, this looks good. I mean, I would probably drop hammer shot for the other multi-shot mod. It will just give you more damage. Because, you know, multi-shot is just more extra hits, and more extra hits is going to be more than 80% critical damage. So galvanized hell, or whatever the hell it is for these, galvanized chamber. I'll switch out for hammer shot instead here. Yeah, I would go harder into the multi-shot if this was me. On there, Revan. Bonds boy, Quants. Conjunction voltage, lethal torrent, convulsion. What's its crit chance? So it's got really low critical chance and critical damage. I don't, unless you're going for this side, which maybe you are going for that side. It kind of looks like you are. For the burst fire mode here. Seems like you're going more towards that build. And with that in mind, what you have here is actually super solid. Yeah, nothing really to say. If you aren't wanting the electric damage specifically, like you're just using the electric damage to amp up its, you know, this just to amp up the electric damage, but if you're using the electric damage just to activate conjunction voltage, you might want to think about Merciless Gunfight so that you get more critical damage and then you also get some punch through. But other than that, I think what you have here is really solid, Bonds boy. And then an acuity variant. Yeah, I like this too. Nice. I don't know if I would go Gunslinger. Oh, right, but you're going Gunslinger because you aren't running multi-shot here, so you don't want to use Lethal Torrent because you're using Acuity. I probably would still maybe swap off of Gunslinger, but it's not that it's bad, it's just like if you want another status effect, you go for the Radiation mod, which then gives you more damage and some more fire rate on secondaries, but honestly, that should be perfectly fine there. Kate Sharp, what you got? Jade. Okay, so you're running Jade's Judgment. So just as a reminder, Jade's Judgment is scales really well with duration. So if you're wanting to focus on Jade's Judgment, you want high duration and high strength. So just like as a heads up, because strength will increase the likelihood of the Jade Beam to spawn, and duration will increase the damage of it because the longer that it's on the enemies, its damage ramps up over time. So the longer it's on the enemies, the more damage it ends up doing. Arcane Concentration would actually be a super solid choice for this build, like Hellgamer just said, because then it's another 60% duration, which you can easily recast Light's Judgment to get that extra duration into the ability. I probably wouldn't run Bellicose here just because you have so little health. So instead of Bellicose, I would probably swap out to Concentration in that regards. And also Expertise. I don't know if I would use Expertise here. You could swap out Expertise for Multi Augmented for just more power strength, or you could maybe Aegis for a little bit extra durability or survivability. Don't forget that if you're playing around Glory, that you'll be airborne, so you can throw on the Boreal set onto your melee weapon on a polearm to give you 20% damage reduction while airborne, and then also use Aviator, I believe it is, for the Exilus slot for another 40% damage reduction. Jade actually can be an incredibly durable frame because Glory gives 50% damage reduction, shields naturally have 50% damage reduction, and then there's a bunch of mods that while you're flying around, you get more damage reduction. So she can actually be an incredibly durable frame. And what you have here is actually a really good setup. The only thing, as I would say, is maybe some more duration, but again, you can lock in the duration by using concentration if you feel like it. Now, for the Jade build, are you, Kate Chart, are you playing around normal fire mode, or are you playing around alt fire mode with this build? Because what I see here is you're playing more around normal fire mode. The reason why the alt fire does not gain anything from multi-shot and doesn't gain anything from normal damage increases. So if you want to do sort of a hybrid build, I would focus mainly on the main fire mode, and then you just pop the alt fire as you go, as you will. And in that point, I would say that you should probably look at like dropping this for a Hornet Strike on here so that it gets more damage. This can be switched over. I would probably also recommend using secondary Enervate to fuel the crit chance, because it's got a 15% base critical chance, but a fairly decent 2.0 critical damage. So secondary Enervate is highly, highly recommended for your arcane. So I would maybe say drop Pistol Gambit and go for Hornet Strike, and I would drop Merciless Gunfight because this is mainly an AoE weapon. It has like a AoE splash to it. Maybe go, instead of Merciless Gunfight, go for a Magnetic Might instead, which gives you another status effect and also gives you a little bit more damage and also gives you more critical damage on top of that. So that's the only thing I would say really here. And then 60-60 cold instead of this one, because the magazine capacity doesn't matter for this thing. Yeah, that's about it. And then Prime Target Cracker when you can. And Hawaiian, how you doing? Welcome in. Thanks for the follow. And Midnight Noob, also thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Aviator 40% damage reduction plus fourth gives 50 damage reduction when the aura and damage reduction would also work. Because it would go 40, right? So it would go 40, so that means you're only taking 60, then it would be 50 of that, so then you would only be taking 30, and then it would be 50 of that from the shield, so then you'd only be taking 15, and down like that. So it actually is a lot more damage reduction. There's no aura mod? Yes, that is aerodynamic. Hey, Beef, good to see you again. Welcome back. I'm doing well, thanks. How are you? Voyage. Progenitor is Toxin. Magnetic capacity, just for some extra magazine capacity to make life easier, and then you can also resupply for more capacity. Elementalist, because you're running Blast Toxin. I don't know if I would go Speed Trigger on here. I don't really think the Tsar needs fire rate, personally. It's corrosive? How would it be corrosive? Oh, because you're running Sight. Thank you. I see. Toxin Progenitor plus corrosive. Okay. Because then you would have Toxin, Corrosive, Blast, right? Because Sights doesn't combine with mods. It's a non-combining one. So if you have a Toxin Progenitor here, it should be Toxin, Corrosive. Yeah, okay. So yeah, a Rifle Elementalist still for Blast and Toxin. The only thing I would say is not Speed Trigger. I would probably just go for some more damage on here. Maybe an element. Maybe another element. That's the only thing I would really say. Yeah, that's probably the only thing I would really say. Semi-rifle cannonade? Yeah, semi-rifle cannonade goes very well on here too. Absolutely. Or, of course, the heavy caliber so that you can spread out the AoEs more with multi-shot stuff. Stacks additively with other mods that have the same effect, which in this case is good until you hit the 90%. Yeah. Sicarius. Whose Sicarius is this? Dives in. Galvanized Crosshairs, Prime Pistol Gambit. I don't know why that caught you there, Dimitri. Main game name is right there for you. Okay, so you're doing an acuity build on your Sicarius. Keep in mind that unlike other weapons that have the ricochet rounds, the Sicarius and Karnan's ricochet rounds do not prioritize headshots like the Dual Toxicist does. So I'm personally not a big fan of acuity on the weapon. It can work very, very well, but it means that it's more single target rather than getting the AoE damage from the ricochet stuff. Unless they have fixed that. I haven't tested to see if they have fixed that yet, but as of the moment, that is not fixed. One thing that I might recommend, though, is instead of sharpened bullets, go for Merciless Gunfight for some more critical chance, more critical damage, and a little bit of punch through as well. The champ 3 stream streak. I think the highest stream streak we've seen so far, going back to you, Riaz, is 120. Yeah, the rest of this build looks good though. Yeah. Defense excavation Zephyr. You have pull over airburst since you wanted to grab distant power carriers, but then you realize that you can just grab far away cells as operator while Zephyr stands next to the excavator, so maybe another system would make more sense. I mean, I would probably just not run a subsume, if I'm going to be honest. And then you use the airburst rounds instead for the extra damage. That's probably what I would do. Jetstream. Yeah, that's the only thing I would really say. I would also say that you probably don't need Streamline here. I would go more into duration. Probably. I don't play a lot of Zephyrs, so like I don't have a ton of information on there. 3 to 4 duration, 1 to 2 equilibrium shards. No helmets over the 1, abundant mutation, parasitic vitality, arcane persistence, grace. Yeah, so you'll have a ton of health with parasitic vitality to do persistence, and you have more than enough armor to do that. And you have status immunity with parasitic link, so just make sure that you're keeping that active at all times. Super high range, decent. You don't really need duration on him, so that's fine. Good strength values. Just also remember that Virulence will regenerate you energy. So you might not actually need those equilibrium shards here. Like you could run Archon Stretch and then just use Virulence for your energy regeneration. Just as an option. And I would say that you probably don't need a ton of duration shards, like maybe 3 duration shards, maybe 1 cast speed, 1 or 2 cast speed shards. Just to make things roll a little bit faster. Otherwise, I like this build. Yeah, nothing really to say there, Icicle. Okay, Virulence does electric? Nope, but a companion can activate it. A companion can activate Archon Stretch, giving you free energy regeneration. Okay, let me go start doing my calendar, and we gotta run a quick ad break here. So, see y'all in a second. Hey, Mapsy, how you doing? What do we have to do? Kill enemies with melee, kill Scaldra troops, Techart with abilities, enemies with abilities, a tank, and then a bunch of enemies. Cool. Excalibur all the way down.
Please select destination.
And the Rauta. And the Datron. And off we go. Wait, it's just enemies, right? For the first one? It's just enemies. Very tasty. Hey, Mapsy. Away, just to throw it away, just to throw it away, just to throw it away. 1 equal, 1 cast speed? Yeah, that's probably what I would do. I find that cast speed just, especially on Nidus, he's got a little bit of a slow, a bit of a slower cast speed to him. So I would highly recommend that personally. Helmet system, simply add helmet config slots, making it saving resources. Only requirement to sacrificial steel, add an additional helmet ability config slot. What do you mean by that? Like, I'm kind of confused by what you're saying there, Hellgamer. Should you run Merciless Gunfighter Prime Convulsion? The crit damage goes from 6.9, and the punch through is good, but corrosive is great too. Beef, if you want to send me your build, just so I have a little bit more context of what you're talking about, I will be able to give you much better advice. It's for your dual Toxicist? Ooh. I mean, Prime Convulsion is just so much more damage at that point. I do agree that punch through would be very nice to have on it, because the dual Toxicist does go for headshots with its ricochet rounds, and then will also give you a bunch of damage from that. Yeah, if you want to send me your build, Beef, I'll take a look at it and give you a recommendation of what I would do. Ask for Fully Hunt's build, but even though you don't have the Adamantium, you don't play it. well, he did 3 times. I mean, I would highly recommend, I mean, the big thing with Foley's Hunt is just a very tanky Warframe who has some form of status immunity or knockdown immunity, and you should be good. Just put all 90%. No, you still want to go 60-60s, right? On those for the extra status likelihood for like status priming and stuff. So I would still probably do that. Yeah, sure. Scholar troops. Punch throughs like double damage though, meaning that it's going through double enemies. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the problem, right? So like on single target, I agree with what you're saying, and I see where you're going. Canolia, give me like 1 second here, and I will get you my Excalibur build. Just let me finish off this run here, and then I will summon the nice bots with the Excalibur build link for you. Actually, I can do that right now. Oh, thank you, Tal. Here you are. Here's my Excalibur build video for you. I am using the Excalibur right now, and you can go watch the video there that I just posted into the YouTube chat for the build. It's this exact build that I'm using here. Don't you love it when EE log says unknown source? Isn't that just the best? Isn't that just the best? No worries, Beef. You take care. Hope that you have yourself a good day. Good to see you again. Hey, doggo, can you get me some health orbs, please? Helmet abilities to different configs? Oh yeah, I agree. It would be nice to be able to apply helmet abilities to different config slots. I agree, that would be nice. Hey, Tunnel Ben, how you doing? How was your stream? Should be samurai frame, you think Excalibur or Ash? I would say Excalibur's more of a samurai frame. You know, the sword. Which frames do you suggest? Inaros? Yeah, Inaros. Nezha does very well in it. I was using Nezha for all of it, and he was just kind of cutting through everything really well and made it super duper easy. Yeah, Ash is certainly more ninja than anything else. Optionist wage without needing to reapply the helmet ability. Yeah, I see where you're coming from with that. I just wonder how coding nightmare that would be, you know what I mean? Okay, now it's time to change our pledge to hold on, is it New Loka? Yes, it's New Loka. There we go. Dante with his birds make Foley hunts really easy. Yeah, Dante's another good choice. He has Overguard, gives you status immunity, gives you survivability, so Dante's also a very good choice. Why don't I do my LR5 test? Because everyone keeps asking me about why I'm not doing my LR5 test, and they've been doing that since December. Because there's not really a reason for me to go up in LR5. Like, not really a reason, so I just put it off, and then people kept asking me, so then I just made it a bit saying, I will do it in 6 months, and every time someone asks me, a day gets added. So anyway, I had LR5 unlocked in December, and now we're down to the countdown of 5 days and 6 months, or 5 months and 6 days. Because there's just not like a whole lot of a reason for me personally to go up in master rank. Like, I don't really need the extra focus standing, I don't really need, I don't really need the extra focus standing. I don't really need the extra daily syndicate standing. I certainly don't need a legendary core. I've got 1.5 million endo just rotting away. So now it's just become a bit on the community where every time someone asks me why I haven't done it, it gets pushed back by another day. And The only way for someone to force it, and this was another bit, and then someone called me on the bit, is the only way to get me to force me to do it is if someone gifts 100 subs in a singular go. Because I called it a bit, and then the community called me on my bit, and now I have to make it a bit. I've got a series of bits around here. We got many bits. Yo, Shaq, how you doing? Can you gift 100 subs for 200 forma? No. Because that would be a real money transaction and would get everybody banned. Excalibur is insane for 99 weeklies. Yep, because it counts as a melee, it counts as ability damage, and of course it just counts for regular kills too. So Excalibur just makes doing these weekly calendar very, very easy. Very, very easy. Legendary rank is increased tiered for Sealed Path. Yeah, I would like to see a just harder difficulty in the game. I'd be down for that. Can you give me a really firm handshake for 200 forma? No, sadly not. You think I can afford 200 forma? What are you, crazy? Gee. If you aren't doing bits on your own stream, you're doing it wrong? Yeah, exactly. Him or Gara? Yeah, Gara or any exalted weapon frame are very good choices. I used to do this with Valkyr all the time, and I just sort of switch over to Excalibur. But Valkyr is very good at doing these as well. Harder? I mean, you got to remember, like, I play this game for, 40, 50 hours a week for a living, right? So I'm always looking for more difficulty in regular gameplay. Hope you haven't been delving into trailer-related rabbit holes. I refuse to confirm or deny this statement. Sure. How much is one forma? 20 platinum? Yeah, something like that. Enemies with abilities. Price. Izuri for the 10 stream streak and Redacted for the 120. Hell yeah. You'd like an option to pre-select the starting level? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'd like to see. Can you use your endgame Nezha build 2025 for the Fully's Hunt? Yep, that's what I used in the Fully's Hunt guide video, so yes. I was using the Pyrotechnics build. Why don't I just roll my way to the objective here real quick, like... am I dead? No, I'm not dead. Oh, Icicle. Something for you to test once Necros update comes out? Do you mean Nidus update, I assume? I can't wait for that Nidus update. I used to play a lot of Nidus back in the day, so it's nice to see him get a little bit of an update. You're working on the Venado Prime? Ooh, the Venado Prime is really fun, especially with the new Sentient Incision. I need to get my bot commands fixed tonight. But I do have a build using the Sentient Incision over on the channel for you, Kyle. I just haven't gotten the bot command set up with the new mod yet. The build with the new mod. Yeah, I'm really excited for the Nidus update. Hello. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. 120, 130. Do you think the Nidus update will make the frame viable? Certainly so, yeah. I mean, the frame's already viable as it is. Like, just to be honest, like, Nidus is still very valuable right now, but he does need a little bit of love. He's in a bit of a state right now where he's not necessarily bad, but he's certainly not great. Do I have the Stormtrooper song from Sabaton on the playlist? I think so. Let me just swap over to my Nezha because I don't feel like being lazy. That's not the right Nezha. What am I doing? Tank fight. What's your opinion of the Nidus retouch? I mean, I love it very much. I'm very excited to see what he's going to be doing. I like what they're saying, but I always reserve my opinion until I have it in my hands for me to actually properly test. From what they're saying for like the little bit of information that we got about the Nidus touch-up, certainly seems very good, but obviously I will always reserve my opinion for when something comes out. Make it less clunkily and utilize his kits, removing anti-synergies and making him stronger. Yeah, exactly. Which is what a lot of frames are in the situation of needing, right? Oh, I didn't mean to have my Rauta. Oh, well, I'm totally not prepared for this. Oh, well. I guess we're meleeing a tank. We're gonna play tank melee now. I forgot to switch off of my melee weapon build. Arc gun time? Oh yeah, I could just call out the Arbusep here. Good old Arbusep. Says that you can't rank up because you need to talk to the cat and make people like me more. Yeah, so you got to finish your so you gotta do like the quest and the Kim conversations, and if you're having problems with Kim conversations, you can also go do the bounties and give them gifts to increase your friendship levels with them. And also, if you do bounties with them, that will help you as well. Stairs in Excalibur player? You guys haven't been meleeing the tank? I mean, to be fair, is Excalibur really a melee? We like to say that he's a melee, but is he really? Fight me! Okay, this is not... Okay, we're fine. We got something that looks like a gun. No, we don't. I mean, this is working fine. And I can just melee it. This is working. It got the job done. You can swap to arc gun? No way! Really? I mean, I'm fine just meleeing. It's fine. I know I could call down the arc gun, but I'm doing fine. It's not on steel path. It's not like it's too difficult. Now this part might be a little bit more annoying because these little tentacle things are a little bit harder to see. And trying to use my melee focused Rauta here for it is not necessarily the best. There we go. My secondary is a Tenant Detron with dexterity and with melee dexterity and 2 auger mods on it, so it's not going to be doing anything here either. It's my my dexterity arcane holder weapon. Oh, can I just brute force this? Yeah, I can just brute force this. Chop, 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 chop. Chop, 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 chop. Yeah, we can just brute force this. Make a build for the twin subbers? I do have a build for the twin subbers already. Hey, Forbidden, how you doing? I actually really like the subbers. They're fun weapons. Not necessarily bad, not necessarily good, but they're very fun. I like them. All right, gotta run a quick ad break. Y'all know the deal. We gotta run ads every once in a while so that new people don't get brutal ads. If you don't like ads, you kind of like me and you want to support the community. Twitch sub, Twitch turbo. Otherwise, sit tight. See you in a minute. Are there any adversary weapons that have incarnans? No. So far, until the announcement of the Stug, the sort of qualifiers for a weapon to get an incarnate was no alt fire and no adversary weapon. With the Stug incarnate, the alt fire thing seems to be going bye-bye, but for the adversary weapons seems to not still be outside of that thingy. Goofy Stug any day now just to annoy me? You know what? Honestly, I wouldn't even be that surprised. I'll just get Flynn to make a video on it and then they'll change it. Send a bitch. Do 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 do. Ooh, itchy leg. Tenant Falcor? Yeah, I don't think that they're gonna do that, realistically. I don't think that's going to happen, but maybe. Maybe. Hey, Hellblade, how you doing today? Sure. Free electricity, why not? Ooh, Kuba, why not? Kill 1,000 enemies. They said they want to do something with the ambassador. Yeah, the ambassador's always been kind of like in a bit of a rough spot these days. All you feel is cold? Can I get you a blankie? Riven Gamba stream when? I don't really do anything with the Rivens. You have 8 wrapped around you? Okay, well, just stay warm and you'll be fine. Get yourself a nice hot cocoa. Or a nice tea with lemon and ginger in it. This way, you say? That's not a way I can go, game. That's not a way I can go. I like bandits. I don't like bandits. Chop, 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 chop. Choppity, chop, chop, chop. Choppity, chop, 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 chop. That's fine. Go watch the Dev Short if you want to. You know, live your life the way you want to. What am I to say? No, how dare you? Never mind Prime Continuity on Rhino. You want to know if you spend your plat or endo on Prime Continuity? Well, I mean, technically speaking, both of them would be good on Rhino. You don't really need range on Rhino very much, so you could probably be perfectly fine going into narrow-minded. However, depending on the build that you're going, you may want a little bit of range. But I would also say Borrow is coming on Friday this week, so maybe wait until then. Alternatively, of course, you can grab yourself Archon Continuity, which has just 2 more mod capacity requirements, and then yourself a whole bunch of goodies from there. And then you can save yourself some plat and use that one instead as an excellent alternative. There's dev stream? I know! And everyone keeps forgetting that telling people that there's other streams to watch is against Twitch's terms of service. Everyone keeps forgetting about that today. It's okay, you're not the only one, Eamon. A lot of other people have been doing it. Soulframe mess with your Tenno brain, try to interact in Warframe with F instead of X. Yeah, that was happening to me too. That was happening to me too. You got 250% damage on Val? What the hell? Sheesh. Hello, a bunch of numbers. How you doing? Hi Tris, how you doing today? Rift Torrent's shenanigans with 300% strength is gonna ruin your brain into big damage? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yo, PK, enjoy your lurk. Man, I didn't want all those enemies to die because I wanted to activate my ability to get my damage buff. Thank you. Multiplicative damage. So tasty. Yes. Yes, very tasty. Whee! Oh? Chop, 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 chop. Bye, Torment. Bye, Torment. Where the hell are the enemies? Get over here. For a second there, you thought your frame was Caliban Umbra. A little bit. No, just good old Excalibur Umbra. Just go forward. Oh, Banshee can certainly do level cap very easily. I know a lot of people who take Banshee to level cap all the time, actually. Caliban Umbra when? Never. Ever. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. Excuse me, pardon me. Do you hope they get other Umbral frames? I don't think we're ever going to get other Umbral frames because they kind of want to make Excalibur Umbra just, you know, the special. And remember, Excalibur Umbra is meant to be a replacement for everybody who didn't get Excalibur Prime, right? So I don't think that we'll ever get an Excalibur or like another Umbra in the future, but honestly, it's DE. I wouldn't put it past them. Yeah, so the whole point of Excalibur Umbra, well, I mean, outside of the lore stuff, was to give a Prime variant for Excalibur for everyone who wasn't an Excalibur, who wasn't a founder. So it kind of gave everybody the option and the ability to play a upgraded version of Excalibur. Caliburn was the successor sword to Excalibur. Oh, really? Like in Arthurian lore, like in that? If you could unroll one frame, what one would you want? That's a great question. Well, that's a great question. Wait, isn't it Calborg? Calborg? Not Caliburn? Wasn't there a G in that? Yo, Blue, how you doing today? Arthur's sword has approximately 1 kajillion names, depending on the source material. Yeah, that's also true. Do you think a watery tart distributing swords is a good way to run a government? Help, help, I'm being oppressed. Come witness the inherent flaws in the system. Man, I want to rewatch Monty Python now tonight. 25 stream streak, whee! Doing good, just chilling today, heck yeah! Hope that work calmed down a bit. Nee. We are the knights who say nee. Enemy spawning. One day they'll fix enemy spawning in Hovania. One day. Just load it up, and Caliburn seems to be another name for Excalibur. Ah, okay, cool. The scene with the rabbit? Oh, dude, it's the greatest. How do you stream at 1440p perfectly? It's dope. It's just Twitch enhanced broadcasting in OBS. And then just, yeah, it's literally set and forget. I don't know if 1440p streaming is available for everyone at this point or not, or if it's just a partner thing or what the situation is, but I am sure ye old Google will be able to give you better information on that. But it's just using enhanced broadcasting. Hey, look, Mania died to a gas cloud. Oh, gas is terrible. Don't use gas. Gas is the worst status effect. Why do creators always say to use gas? The brave Sir Robin? Yes, the good old brave Sir Robin. Nami Solo Incarnate, it's arguably one of the best melee Incarnates in the game. Because the whole follow-through shenanigans with its, and its super ridiculously high range, it's really strong. Side note, the whole sword tangent, Caliban's name is derived from Shakespeare character, as far as we know, has no relation. Yes, Caliban is related to the Tempest character, the monster Caliban in Shakespeare the Tempest. Very good play. Highly recommended. I'm a person of culture. I love going to plays and theaters. Coldero, welcome in. How you doing? Every incarnate can be good. Oh, absolutely. Every incarnate can be good, but just sort of within good, there is different levels of good. And at least in my opinion, I think the Nami Solo is probably one of the contenders for top melee incarnate, just because of that whole follow-through shenanigans. Anku Incarnate, I made the Anku Incarnate work. It was fun. It wasn't like anything crazy, but it worked pretty well. Well, that's not a way through. Grendel's from Beowulf? I believe Grendel's from Beowulf, yeah. Oh, not that way. Excuse me. Excuse me. How was my rabbit hole? It drove me insane, but it was good. It was just kind of fun to do. Like, I knew that there was probably nothing hidden inside of the trailer. But for me, it's just kind of like, I like looking at things and like seeing the art and the detail and seeing everything that they've done in the trailer. Gave me a really big appreciation for the amount of work that they put into it. But still read that and about the hair started raising on your arms. We did watch it backwards, to be fair, EB. We did watch it backwards to see if there was anything hidden inside of it, but no, there wasn't. This fashion, you're my okay, is that all done? I think we're all done. Well done with the calendar, at least. Mod drop chance booster. Sure, why not? Sure, why not? Build your daily form up. Twice is what mystifies you. It was, I think it was probably just more to give people the illusion of choice. It was more than anything else. So, like, on the website for the dev stream recap, they had, who are you choosing? Orion or Sirius? So, it was just kind of more to do that. Just more to do with that. Uzi, your Valkyr Prime. I think you could probably add a little bit more color into your Valkyr. Like, if you're going for this sort of obsidian theme on what I call the galaxy effect, like on her thighs, her chest, her arms, I would say maybe go like a little bit of a gray color on the blacks here, on the armor, just so you get a little bit definition there. Are we getting both anyways? Yeah, it's just sort of right now the big question is it 2 Warframes or is it an Equinox situation? That's the sort of the question of right now. I personally think that it's 2 Warframes based on the like what they were saying in the dev stream. So it sounds like it's going to be more of a 2 Warframe situation than a 1 Warframe situation. But obviously that'll remain to be seen. Okay, so you got a Jet Katag with influence, enemies exploding on death. Yeah, so this is actually kind of fun. What are you running on here? Gas electric, very nice. Yeah, I mean, nothing really to say here. Its crit chance isn't really something worth building into, so going full in on status chance with Gava's Elementals is a good choice. You might want to use Condition Overload unless you're going for a Slam build, which I don't think that you need to go for a Slam build, so you might want to go for Condition Overload. Vulcan Blitz, it's basically Acid Shells, but for the Jack Katag. When enemies die, they explode, dealing percentage of the max enemy's health plus 300 damage in a 6-meter radius. So it's basically Acid Shells, but for the Jack Katag. It can also be skin, 2 skins for the same. Well, the reason why I say that it's not 2 skins for the same is because Reb said, don't worry about the choice in your quest. It won't lock you to a Warframe. Which, to me, kind of sounds like they're doing... It's not going to be skins. That's kind of like what that says to me, but, you know, as always, it remains to be seen. Triple Umbral, Bellicose, Augmented... a little bit of range. Okay, so you got rid of her 4, which is perfectly fine. The only thing I might say is instead of Cunning Drift, maybe go for Prime Sure-Footed, just so you don't get knocked down. But honestly, if you don't like it, then I hear you. Since you aren't using Hysteria, you could also use Archon Stretch as a free energy gain with a companion that activates it, because you don't have any energy gain on here at the moment. I don't know if you're going to be at enough health for Bellicose to be at max strength, but you already got multi-augmented here, so more power strength isn't a bad thing. But yeah, the rest of this looks good. The only thing I would say is maybe Prime Sure-Footed, and then also maybe Archon Stretch. Grendel. Double Glad's Eternal War. Okay, so you're doing a melee Grendel. Triple Umbrals. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, this looks fine. You're doing a melee Grendel, which is kind of neat. You'll have a bunch of armor from Warcry. I would say probably you want some more strength on here. Like, I would drop Eternal War for more strength. Or drop some of these for more strength. That's probably what I would do. Because that's more strength for Viral and more strength for Warcry, right? Which are kind of the 2 big things there. Oh my lord, you've sent so many things again, Uzi. How many Warframes do they drop every year? Usually 4. 1 a quarter. Kuva Sheldag, so you're doing a heavy attack build, melee afflictions, yeah, nothing to say here. Looks good. Nothing to say. OB, ooh, looks good. I'm not super sold on that brown color though, but the rest of it looks nice. Verglass, Ration, so just remember that galvanized mods don't activate unless you also have a rifle and you have activated them on your rifle, so you might not want to be using the galvanized mods here. Unless you're fulfilling that requirement. Otherwise, what you have here should be fine. Otherwise, what you got there should be fine there, Revan. That was not an Uzi, that was a Revan there. Furious build. Cascade of Flare, Galvanized Shot, Lethal Torrent, Pistol Elementalist, Crit Chance, Heat, Reload Speed, not bad. Yeah, nothing to say here. Yep, nothing to say, looks good. You might be going a little bit... no, I take it back. Revan, what's your Nautilus got? We saw your Verglass already. Coolant Link, so that'll activate Arc on Stretch if you have electricity on your weapon. Contagious Bond, Auto Omni. I probably wouldn't use Auto Omni on here. Like, there's not really a reason unless you're going in specifically for Railjack stuff. I would say you probably want to be getting some other bond mods on here, like maybe drop one of these two. Let's get some bond mods on here. Like maybe Guardian, maybe Auto Omni would be good choices. Tenacious Bond, Tenacious Bond. What's the other one that starts with an M? Not Mystic Bond, Manifold Bond. Because Manifold Bond will reduce the cooldown of Cordon, and then you want to put Cordon here, and then Manifold Bond here. So just like move stuff around there. Is it Manifold Bond reduces cooldowns from the top left to the bottom right? So if you put it right beside it, it'll reduce the cooldown of Cordon first. Okay, just gotta run a quick ad break. See you in a second. Just check my YouTube comments while we're doing that. Gyre Prime, yeah, I got a few builds, some cool dudes. Sorry, I was just replying to some YouTube comments there. For Gyre, I've got quite a number of builds. Here, let me grab them for you. And there you go, and there you go. Okay, Kyle, let's see your Jade. Vitality, adaptation, flow, energy nexus. Don't use energy nexus. You don't regen energy while in your fourth ability from energy per second sources. So this is actually not doing anything if you're playing around glory. This is a dead mon slot. Same with Dreamer's Bond. It's not doing anything here for you. It does obviously as a universal polarity, so it gives you options there, but it does not actually give you energy regeneration while in glory on high, such because it is a channeled ability. If you want to reduce the energy drain of channeled abilities, both efficiency and duration will affect that in a 1-to-1 capacity. Concentration for some more duration to lock into glory or her other abilities and or all of her abilities. Multi-augments for more power strength. Yeah, so the only thing is this one, don't use this guy here. Probably go for some more duration is what I would do there. And the other thing I would say is for your Excellence slot, aerodynamic, aviators, and other good aura slots, and then you get more damage reduction while you're flying. Is it bad? Is what bad? They actually show it off a bit. It looks so silly. The Stug? Oh, nice. We'll take a look at it. I'll watch the dev short tonight. Glory, so using secondary enervate. The weapon does have a large amount of AoE, so I don't know if I would use Galvanized Shot. I would probably just go into Hornet Strike personally and then Elements on here. I probably wouldn't play around Galvanized Shot on here because it does have some AoE to it. So maybe not Galvanized Shot here. Target Cracker, you could also go, of course, Magnetic Gunfight here. You could go for some more damage. But yeah, I probably wouldn't use Galvanized Shot here. Dyson, what you got on your Fell Arcs? Point Blank, Galvanized Savvy, Crux, that you can have the 100% ammo efficiency. Hey, KZ. KZ, something along those lines. Hey, Laugher. Incinerary. I would probably lean harder into the status effects here, so like I would replace these with 60/60s for the non-primed ones at the very least. But that's kind of about it. The rest of this looks fine. What about your Latum? Electricity slash fire rate. Nice. Yeah, not bad. The slash doesn't really matter. The electricity is nice and the fire rate's nice. The minus critical chance, though, is really what you're going for the Latum because it does some funny things. Hey, yes, King, how you doing? Nice changes in early version of the Stug Incarnate in the dev short. Cool. I'll take a look at it later. My Nova build, it's on the channel. Yeah, let me summon it here for you. Hey, Hero, how you doing? Lethal Torrent, Galvanized Fusion, Accelerated Isotope, Secondary Fortifier. Yeah, nothing to say here. I would say maybe you don't need Accelerated Isotope on here. Like I would, yeah, you're not playing into crit, so it's just another status effect, so never mind. And then you got Rad or Corrosive there. Nice. Yeah. Send your Caliban build? Yeah, absolutely. My in-game name is the same as the stream name. Rowan! Ooh, Rowan, beautiful Banshee. Hey Ash, how you doing? Thanks for the follow. Very nice Banshee. This is stunning. Banshee Prime build. Usually people go for higher range with Banshee for the whole resonance shenanigans. The sonar shenanigans. Damage decoy, impetus for more strength and efficiency. Yeah, so the only thing I would say is maybe some range on here would do you really well, but where would I put it? I mean, you could offload Archon Flow into Archon shards and then go for some range there, but I would say a little bit of range. Resonance actually has an anti-synergy with high range. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Shooting the weak spot will trigger another sonar for 100% of their duration. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. Okay, I get it. Personally would have more efficiency. They got impetus here. That's going to be giving them a good chunk of efficiency there. Only one resonance proc is allowed to be out at a time, so higher range gives a longer cooldown. Ah, okay. Yeah, then I would not change anything here. Yeah, I don't know Banshee very well, so Evan knows Banshee very, very well. So I would certainly take Evan's advice on that. So yeah, nothing to say here, really. Maybe instead of adaptation, rolling guard. It's kind of the only thing I would say, but like, what's casting the 13 stacks of impetus? Damage decoy was on there. For how much can you sell all of these? I have no idea about pricing Black Shadow, so I can't help you, but I'll take a look at the Rivens and let you know if I think they're good. Crit damage is nice. Punch through is not necessary. Slash doesn't do anything here, and damage to Corpus doesn't really matter. Minus impact is nice, so not a bad Riven, but certainly not a good one. Fire rate slash minus status duration. It's all right at best. Nagantaka, crit chance slash damage to infested minus damage. Not that great. Cold status duration, again, not that great. But you might be able to sell it because it is an Ogress Riven and people love the Kuva Ogress, so you might be able to get something for that. Same with the Spore Lacer. This is a fairly popular weapon. Acolex, not that popular of a weapon, so you probably won't get a whole ton for that, and you definitely need to keep rolling that because minus crit damage is really bad. Evening Song is actually a fun weapon, not a bad roll, but certainly could do better. The Knell, electricity minus impact damage to infested, certainly could keep rolling that. Not a lot of people are big fans of the Knell, but I like it. Twin Comac, certainly keep rolling that. Plinks is actually a really good weapon, and not a bad roll, but certainly could get much better. If you ever want to price Rivens, just go to warframe.market.com, and then you can take a look at what people are offering or what people are wanting for their Rivens and compare your Riven against theirs. Zood, something along those lines. Trinity, ooh, pretty. Good choice for that helmet. Looks really nice. The Blade Lowe's helmet's really cute. Can you get a clan invite? Yes. Goal is to make him look positively disgusting. Look Link doesn't really capture the green. I mean, he certainly looks positively disgusting when he popped up there with his infested stuff. Inneros Prime from NYT Song. Ooh. That's kind of cool looking. I'm not a big fan of this signed on it. It's a personal thing. I just don't like that signed on it. It's not a you thing. It's a me thing. Otherwise, the rest of this looks great. What do we got here? Caliban. High range, high strength, decent duration. Razor Mortar, Commissado, Molt Augmented, Summoner's Wrath. I would probably drop, personally, I would drop Prime Redirection for Rolling Guard for status immunity and status cleanse. Because you gain so much shield and overshields from his summons that you don't necessarily need more shields, but having an emergency oh crap button can be really nice. So I would personally switch out Redirection for Rolling Guard, but that's the only thing I would say here. The rest of it all looks really good. If you have Prime Sure-Footed over Power Drift, but just because knockdowns suck. But Power Drift is perfectly fine. Cunning Drift is another excellent alternative to increase your range so that you can grab more people, regenerate more energy, shields, and health with Razor Gyre. Otherwise, the rest of this build looks really good. And what's your fashion look like? Ooh, pretty. Very, very pretty. Carrier ain't bad. It's not the best, but for the Tsar, it's not bad. Yeah, for weapons that have ammo supply limitations, the Carrier is still a super solid choice. Super duper solid choice. Rhino, Caliban. Hey, speaking of Caliban. Speaking of, I love Caliban. We don't have any toxin shenanigans here, do we? Ooh, the Luminous might be a problem for my build, but we should be fine. That's fine. Pickups don't heal. Health orbs cannot be picked up. Don't like that. Duration, negative status effects is tripled. That's fine. Using an ability opens up a void rift. That's fine. Ooh, the Venado Prime. Okay, we'll grab the Venado. And we'll use the new build. With Sentient Incision. The Lado. I've got a Lado Incarnate build. Do I have a Lado Incarnate build? I do have a Lado Incarnate build. Ooh, Paragale, my favorite shotgun. My favorite is shotgun. Okay, Cardi, you said you wanted to join. Hey, Scamcat, how you doing? Cardi, you're not online. Laugher, you want to join? And Voyage. Voyage. Laugher. You decided what frame you want to main? Heck yeah, what frame is that? What you thinking? Just be aware that you have food coming? Well, hopefully you don't die then. Hopefully you don't die. And Burger Fest, and sees you, and does it really matter? I don't want to do that because I don't want Toxin procs while I'm playing this. Sure. You should get food. We should all get food. Everybody should get food. Alrighty. Go when you're... Confirm when you are all good. Oh, I'm tired. I am a tired boy. Oh, Cardi, did you mean to click no? I'll swing on back and get that started again there. What do we got here? Flare loses health when no players are in range, so we gotta hang out by Flare. Tech Rot, allies within 4 meters. Okay, it should all be easy. Hey, Jet, how you doing? Is this bugged? There we go. Time for you to catch up on things? Heck yeah! Yeah, Banshee, a lot of people have been really enjoying Banshee lately. This shouldn't be too hard of a week. Shouldn't be. Hey, and look at that, you spawned right on top of me. Your exams are almost over. Woo! Woo woo! Just getting my energy up. Cardi's coming? Cardi's coming. Ah, you aren't letting me use abilities today, Flare. I love that one. I love not being able to use my abilities. It's my favorite shotgun! Where you going, bud? Of sound-based abilities? You know what? I hear you. Cora's Whip Claw. Yeah, what's up? Delete. Delete. No. What's a Lado again? Oh, Ricochet. Anyone got a healing Spectre? I can stand beside Temple if need be, but if we got a healing Spectre, that might be nice here. How does heavy attack efficiency and heavy attack work with it? It doesn't. Just straight up does not. What, the Paragal? No, 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 it's a shotgun. Remember, sniper rifles are just long-barreled shotguns, and shotguns are just short-barreled sniper rifles. And does it count for Archon Stretch? Yes, it does, because it counts as an ability. Easy week. Amazing how far shotguns are hitting since they have more MK1 stun. Yep. Delete. Might as well just grab the free arcane since we're here. And then just Aegis Gale smacks that fool in the face. Use Crux right on this build? No. Oh. This is Deadhead on this build? Still mad they want to dress the heads on the hips server? Yeah. Okay, we gotta run a quick ad break here, everybody. You know the deal, we gotta run ads every once in a while so that new people don't get pre-roll ads. If you don't like ads, you're kind of like me. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. And you want to support the community, Twitch sub, Twitch Turbo. Otherwise, sit tight. That's also not what I wanted. See you in a hot second. Kitty! She's a good kitty. Hey! Why are you here? Yeah, Paragal and Paragal Prime have a unique trait that gives it 100% ammo efficiency on headshot or headshot kill. On 4 burst headshots or on a headshot kill. So you don't need Crux on this weapon. Cracking relics today? Potentially. It's Tuesday, so we usually focus in on getting our weeklies done today. But if we have the time, maybe we'll do some relics. Our weeklies usually tend to take up the whole day, though, so I wouldn't count on it. Focus one at a time, because we got 2. There's one there. No moving. Oh, is this our other friend right here? Yes. Goodbye. That really hurt my throat. That's what I get for mocking Amelia Taylor. Whee! Probably off stream if you gotta ask whether it's something for on stream or not. Be the best message, just probably Discord PM. There we go. Easy peasy. You love to see it. Kitty, where are you going? Stupid cat coated. Oh, finally. How dare the cat be coated like a cat? What a monster. What's my go-to frame? Neja's certainly what, like, I don't think of any frame as my main frame. I just kind of play whatever frame I feel like at the moment. But I would say that Neja is certainly the frame that I play the most. And is the frame that I like the most. It's not letting me pick those up. What the heck, game? Just casual hitting for 19 million, it's fine. It's a great sniper rifle. I mean shotgun. Do I play Pyrotechnics Neja? Yep. I think I was possibly even the first person who made a video on Pyrotechnics Neja way back when Temple first came out. And if you want to see my builds for Neja, you can type !Neja to get your hot little hands on them. It's not too bad. It's just more of like all of the extra effects that are happening on screen at the same time. I think you should be fine. Also, I've got reduced visual effects intensity, so that's like actually the baseline stuff there, Voyage. That's not a you thing. It's just more of the amount of stuff that's happening on the screen that I was going, eh. Hey, where are you going? Back. There we go. 2 extract. You're happy you got an old off-the-shelves combat patrol for Black Templars that was old stock they had in stock. You're happy you don't like the new combat patrol for them? Ooh, I haven't seen anything much to do with Warframe in a long time. What do you do for low enemy density energy economy? Usually if you're running with low enemy density, that means you're not doing steel path, so energy pads are an excellent answer to your energy problems. Because in non-steel path missions, you can just spam those. Enemy density is not really a problem in steel path, unless it's like Hovania has weird enemy pathing sometimes, and so does Sanctum Atomica. Gruda Proto? Yeah, I love Gruda Proto, actually. I really, really like her. Ran with someone today and they said it was blinding? Ah, okay, well, maybe for them, then they don't have the effects, visual effects intensity reduced. Why is it Sao Paulo spelt like that in the little news thing? What? Okay, we gotta go find the cache thing so the amount of enemies doesn't become bonkers amount. So I'm just gonna drag all these fools over to the over to the next thing over there. Yeah, why is that censored? Follow me on TikTok. Your videos are super helpful. Happy to catch a live Twitch stream. I'm happy to. Welcome on in. And if you like me on TikTok, make sure you go check me out on YouTube too, because I put out long format videos over there. And if someone would be kind enough to type !YouTube to get our new friend a link, that would be super chill of you. Link, everything's going well over here. How are you doing today? Ooh, I just heard the If Ever on Charge. Thank you, May, for summoning that. Appreciate you. Long form content. Yep. I got a few builds and I'm working on my next video right now. It was originally going to be Kome, but I decided to switch it up to something else because of the dev stream. Can you guess what that something else is? Archimedia? Yep, just finishing off Archimedia for the week here. Food coming in 11 minutes. Well, good news is we're about to be done. Is it Nidus? Well, I mean, Nidus rework is coming. I'm probably not going to make a video on Nidus. That would be a little bit weird. There we go. All right, finish strong, squad. Get this all done. Easy peasy. And to extract we go. Linkmon, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. No. The Nidus video will be out when the Nidus rework happens. Kome was the most overhated frame? Oh, absolutely. People are weird. Is it Jade? It is Jade. Yes, I'm gonna do a full Jade video. Yes, I got the script written, finished off this morning, so I'll hopefully get that out for when the Operation of Belly of the Beast starts next week. That's the goal, at least. That's be the goal. Stalker guide when? If the Stalker ever becomes a Warframe. If the Stalker ever becomes a playable Warframe. Komi's passive alone makes her one of the best weapon platforms. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Really cool both visually gameplay wise. I'd never really vibe with the second skill, which is the one that makes her shiny most of the time. Yeah. You get Prime sure-footed in 12 days? Heck yeah! Heck yeah! Komi got you into Warframe after noticing her gimmick? Oh, her gimmick's great fun. Just you gotta like play around it, right? GG squad, well done. Boom. Her gimmick is Gamba. We love Gamba. I don't know what degenerate gambler means, but it sounds like fun. Oh, Rem. Oh, good. More weapon slots. Anyone want to bet how many weapon slots I have right now? Is music in stream? Yes. Anyone want to guess how many weapon slots spare I have? Oh, it's not 400. No, it's not 999. Come on, you guys are crazy. I don't have that many. I've only got 175. So many. Cookie, what you got? A Nova? Well, that's kind of cool looking. I've never really been a big fan of this deluxe skin, though. I really prefer the other deluxe skin, but that does look good. Laugher, Limbo Prime, OG Joker inspo. I think Look Link is making this green a little bit too dark, but otherwise that looks very nice. Ollie, Gruda. I have 175 weapon slots. Ooh, that's a really nice looking Garuda. Nice job there, Ollie. That's a very different looking helmet, though. I think you're using a different helmet than the successor skin. Sell them out. Yeah, again, with all of these, mate, this one's better than the one that you had before. For the plinks, you're looking more into like crit chance, crit damage. Evening Song, it's a better 60-60. Could certainly roll something better though. Free corrosive, but minus slash is a little bit rough. Better than the last one at the very least. Black Shadow. Where Vixen? What you got? A Viper Wraith. On headshot, 100% ammo efficiency for 2 seconds. Actually, that would be pretty good on this weapon. Instead of agility, I would go Lethal Torrent. It's a little bit less fire rate, but more multi-shot, which will be turning into significantly greater damage. Punch through critical chance, multi-shot, also very tasty. Yeah, so I would go Lethal Torrent here at the very minimum. Conjunction voltage. Do you have electricity base? You do. Yeah, the only thing I would say is switch this up for Lethal Torrent. That's it. More multi-shot will, generally speaking, do more damage than that 30% difference there. A Seer Ribbon, the mighty Seer! No, I'm good. I got a Seer Ribbon, but thank you, Redacted. Greater fire rate during ammo efficiency, not be a value add. It's the 30% difference, but the trade-off is more towards the multi-shot, right? Multi-shot is just essentially a straight multiplier to your damage. More shots go out, more damage goes out, right? More shots fired with each bullet, more damage there. So it's only 30% less fire rate with Lethal Torrent, but then you're gaining 60% multi-shot. Who's my fave Gemini skin? Temple. How does it all work? Is your first stream turning in? Well, we just kind of play missions together, hang out. People send in their builds or fashion if they want me to take a look at them. And I give just my opinions on it. Doesn't mean it's the right answer, just means my answer. Well, Eleanor is my wife. But if we're playing like proto-frame skins all together, I would say Temple. Yep. Okay, I gotta run a quick ad break and also feed the cat. So we'll be right back in a few minutes here. Running the ad break a little bit early, but I just gotta go feed the cat, so I'm gonna do both of those things at once. So we'll be right back. Just tight. All right, we're back. We're back. For the Godfa, you'd be looking at like multi-shot, status chance, fire rate, you maybe critical damage as well would also be good. You don't want crit chance on the Godfa because you get guaranteed red crits just from its unique trait. So if anything, you're building into critical damage and status chance on that weapon. Typically speaking, at least. Because its unique trait is what actually fuels its crit chance, right? Fall in love with you and delight through the night. Ooh, Verona! Bark, 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 bark. Bark, 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 bark. Well, clearly. Each personal modifier grants 1 research point per mission completed. We don't care. Gear can't be used, that's fine. Did they fix the invis on her? To my knowledge, yep. Triple duration of negative status effects. I don't take status effects, I don't care. I like operator. Ultor Telos. Cyotid. And Tetsu. Not that it matters, because I will be playing the Bark 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 build, which I can play here. Yes, I've got no problems here. Okay, Redacted, you said you wanted to join. Does anybody else wish to join us? You missed going over my glory? Yeah, I went over it. You'll have to check the VOD for more information. Veruna's second most played frame, and her loop hasn't clicked. You're not sure why? It's just, I mean, it's just kind of different play styles with her, right? If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. Okay, we got room. Link, what's your in-game name? We got room for 1 for Elite Deep Archimedia. How does one get Arcane Steadfast? I forget where Arcane Steadfast comes from. Where is Arcane Steadfast from? Can't remember. Sorry, Link Store. I mean, technically we're carrying, but we're not meaning to carry. We're doing Elite Deep Archimedia catch. So if you want to join for Elite Deep Archimedia, you are more than welcome to. We're not necessarily carrying, but we're just playing, and, you know, kind of happens. Oh, you'll be online in a moment, Link? No worries. What even is Arcane Steadfast? I can't even remember. One of those arcanes that I haven't really messed around with. Arcane. What was this one? Oh, it's the energy stuff. Yeah. So Arcane Steadfast is from Citrine's Mission. Citrine's Mission, and then you buy it from OTAC in, you can also buy it from OTAC for the crystals from Citrine. Resend didn't arrive? Okay. Catch, I need to know what your in-game name is in order to send you an invite. So let me know. Have a good stream? No worries, model. How you doing today? Sorry, a little bit busy today. Little bit busy today. Steadfast is so underrated? Yeah, it's great. Do you reckon you should use it in place of Multi Augmented for a caster Uriel? I would recommend just using Equilibrium or Equilibrium Violet Shards, because Gulfagor will drop a whole lot of health and energy orb. Talk to you later. Yeah, no worries. Catch you later, Maldo Gecko. Hope you have a good day. There we go. Wait, what build am I doing with my Varuna here? I want to do Persistence, and I want to do Ulfrin's Descent Persistence. So we need to bring our Panzer Phyla, who's made for Persistence. Steadfast can be sold rank 5, so good platform as well. Yep. But you still struggle with energy stuff in like Archimedias? How much strength are you running on your Uriel, Link? If you want to, you can send me your Uriel build. Alternatively, you can also go take a look at my Uriel builds, which I've got there for you. I mean, Steadfast is an excellent choice. He doesn't really need to use shield gating at all because Remedium fully heals him. So Steadfast is a fine alternative choice for you as well. But I would say, like, I never run into energy issues when I'm playing him, and it's just by using 2 Equilibrium Archon shards. It's quite easy. Gulfagor not latching onto someone? Yeah, that could also be a problem, right? You gotta watch out for where Gulfagor is. Right, can't use gear. Gulfagor! Oh, you guys got a lot of overguard, eh? All right. It's okay, we can work around that. Huh. Oh, someone get spicy. There we go. Grab all these candies around. Yeah, I can't take a look at it right now, but Link, if you just Linkmon, if you hold on tight, I will take a look at it once I'm done here. I am gonna be sadly a little bit useless for fighting the Necromech, but I will handle the rest of the enemies. I'm about to die though! Whoops. I forgot that those things were dealing damage. Almost got myself completely murdered there by my own silliness. Whoops, daisy. I'm just too hungry for blood. Not paying attention. Bark, 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 bark. Hit. Suck. Aww. Especially with truth activated? Nice! I am glad to hear that you saw some improvements there. How does Truth Flame work? I've got a short on it, and you can, I think, type exclamation point Truth Flame. I think I got that bot command set up. So there's some information there for you. Oh, it's one word. Whenever any of the links inside of it, even if it's a 2-word thing, it's 1 word there. Okay, apparently I don't have a bot command set up for Truth Flame yet. Oh, let's get redacted. There we go. Just recover a bit, and we are Gucci. We are sitting putty. activate that here. Get this one a little bit tankier. Remember, squad, revives come first. Especially in EDA. Frosts, if you're going down a lot, you need to be casting your 4 more frequently. Generate that OG, baby. Having a Trinity trivializes basically a lot of supporting frames, trivializes ETA and EDA. Trinity, Jade, literally any supporting frame that does some form of healing to defense targets especially. Blessing range is crazy though. Blessing range is very good. You're absolutely right. Blessing is incredible. It wasn't saying that Jade is a bad choice. It was saying that their supporting frames are all good choices. Because at the end of the day, survivability is the biggest factor for most people's success or not inside of ETA and EDA. Damage is something that kind of you can always find more of. Survivability is, usually speaking, the bigger problem that people have inside of Warframe. Oops. Up, please. Up, please. Uppies. Uppies. Oops. Shame that Trinity, Cure Trinity sacrifice quite a lot of damage potential. Yeah, see, I just played Trinity as a weapon platform and then leaned into this squad supporting and just make her incredibly durable. Like, that's the way I play Trinity, and it works really, really well. I just like go hard on the survivability and just let